If you only know Jason Kelce from the podcast with Travis, you're missing something insane. This guy is the greatest center in NFL history.
Running up and down the line, it's a direct snap, and it goes to Clement, who gives it off to Burton, the tight end, who then throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Foles! What did we just see?
This play call has a chance to be remembered as one of the all-time greats.
What a game. We will never forget this.
6-time first-team All-Pro, more than any center ever. Super Bowl champion.
We're a bunch of underdogs. And you know what an underdog is? It's a hungry dog. And hungry dogs run faster. And that's this team. Bottom line is, we wanted it more. And that's why we're up here today. And that's why we're the first team in Eagles history to hold that freaking trophy.
He revolutionized the position, and nobody even talks about it. So how good was Jason Kelce actually? Kelce's story starts with rejection. Jason Kelce grew up in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, with his younger brother, Travis. Their parents, Ed and Donna, worked regular jobs. Money was tight. Football was expensive. But they made sure both their boys could play. Ed worked overtime to pay for equipment and travel teams. Donna drove them to every practice, every game, every tournament. The Kelce brothers didn't just play football together, they competed at everything. Who could run faster? Who could lift more? Who could eat more chicken wings? Travis was always the flashy one, the one who got attention. Jason was the grinder, the one who had to earn everything. And Jason made Travis earn it too. Travis said in an interview that Jason used to make him run routes in the backyard for hours, even in the snow. Even when Travis wanted to quit, Jason would stand there with a football, making Travis run slants, run posts, run comebacks, over and over and over. Travis credits Jason for everything, said Jason taught him how to be tough, how to outwork everyone, how to ignore the doubters. When Travis won his first Super Bowl with the Chiefs in 2020, one of the first calls he made was to Jason, because Jason had been there, done it, showed him the way. That's who Jason Kelce was, even as a kid, a leader, a mentor, the guy who made everyone around him better. When Jason walked on at Cincinnati, nobody cared. No scholarship, no hype, just a chance. He played left guard for 2 years. Solid, not spectacular. Got some all Big East honors, but nothing that made NFL scouts pay attention. Coaches moved him to center his senior year, and something clicked. Jason started calling protections, reading defenses, understanding the game at a level that separated him from everyone else. At the NFL Combine, he ran a 4.89 40-yard dash, one of the fastest times ever for an offensive lineman. Scouts started paying attention, but he still wasn't considered elite. The Eagles took him in the 6th round, pick 191, a 6th rounder, the same round Tom Brady went in. And just like Brady, everyone was about to regret passing on him. His rookie year, Kelce started all 16 games. No Eagles center had ever done that as a rookie. The center position isn't like other spots on the line. You have to make all the calls, identify defensive fronts, handle the snap and block massive defensive tackles. Most rookies take years to learn it. Kelce did it from day one. His real test came in year 2. In week 2 against the Ravens, Kelce tore his ACL and MCL, both ligaments. Season over. Most guys take 2 years to recover from that kind of injury, and most are never the same. Jason Kelce thought his career might be over at 24 years old. He'd barely started, barely proven himself, and now his knee was destroyed. The rehab was brutal. 6 months of grinding, physical therapy every single day. Doubt crept in. What if he couldn't come back? What if he lost his explosiveness? What if the Eagles moved on? His family kept him going. Travis called him every week, told him to stop feeling sorry for himself. Their dad reminded him that Kelces don't quit. Kelce came back in 2013, and he was graded as the best center in the entire NFL. Not just good, the best. He led the way for LaShawn McCoy's 1,500-yard season. The Eagles set franchise records for points and yards. That's when everyone realized Jason Kelce was different. He wasn't your typical 300-pound center just trying to overpower people. Kelce weighed 295 and played like a linebacker in a lineman's body. He was fast. Like legitimately fast. You'd see him snap the ball, and then 20 yards downfield, he's destroying a safety. Centers don't do that. Hall of Fame centers from the past couldn't do that. But Kelce did it. every single game. The Eagles gave him a 6-year extension. He made his first Pro Bowl in 2014 despite missing 4 games with a sports hernia. And from that point on, Kelce was unstoppable. Quick side note here, and this is important. A lot of people think All-Pro selections are just popularity contests or team success awards. That's not what this is. First Team All-Pro is where the best writers and analysts in football vote on who was objectively the best at each position that year. 6 times. Football experts agreed Kelce was the best center in the league. That's not hype. That's dominance. The 2017 season changed everything. The Eagles weren't supposed to win anything that year. Carson Wentz was in his 2nd year. Nobody picked them to make the playoffs. Wentz goes down with a torn ACL in Week 14. Backup quarterback Nick Foles stepped in. Most people thought the season was over. Foles hadn't started a meaningful game in years. The playoffs were a long shot. A Super Bowl? Forget about it. But Jason Kelce and that offensive line refused to let the season die. Kelce was calling protections, identifying blitzes before they happened, physically dominating defensive linemen every single play. The Eagles went on an absolute tear through the playoffs. They beat the Falcons. They demolished the Vikings 38-7 in the NFC Championship. Early in the 3rd quarter of that game, with the Eagles' offense rolling and the Vikings desperate, Kelce did something that would define his entire career. Play action pass. Kelce's assignment was to chip the nose tackle and help in protection. Instead, he saw safety Harrison Smith creeping toward the line. Kelce snapped the ball to Foles, immediately released, and sprinted 15 yards downfield. When the ball came out on a screen pass, Kelce buried Smith, completely destroyed him. The play went for a 1st down. That's the difference between good centers and Jason Kelce. Good centers do their job. Kelce did everyone's job. After that game, they went to Minneapolis for Super Bowl 52 against Tom Brady and the Patriots, the greatest dynasty in NFL history. The Eagles won 41-33, one of the highest scoring Super Bowls ever. Kelce and that offensive line gave Foles time, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, the first Super Bowl in Philadelphia Eagles history. And Kelce was the anchor of it all. But the moment that proved Kelce's greatness happened 4 days later at the Super Bowl parade. Jason Kelce showed up dressed in a mummer's costume, climbed the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, grabbed the mic and delivered the most iconic speech in sports history. He screamed into the microphone, "We all we got! We all we need!" The crowd went insane. Then he went after the doubters. We were a 1-5 team that nobody believed in. Nobody wanted us. Good. We got all the hunger and the confidence. And hungry dogs run faster. The whole thing was unfiltered, emotional, raw. Kelce didn't give that speech because he was drunk or trying to go viral. He gave it because he meant every single word. He'd been doubted his entire life, told he was too small, passed over by every college, drafted in the 6th round. That speech was 13 years of proving people wrong finally exploding out of him, and Philadelphia loved him for it. The city didn't just see him as a player anymore. He was one of them, a guy who worked for everything, who never backed down, who represented what Philly is all about. That leadership, that passion. That's what makes great players into legends. Most guys retire after winning a Super Bowl at age 30, but Kelce kept going. He played 6 more elite years. First Team All-Pro in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, 2022, and 2023. 5 more All-Pro selections after winning the Super Bowl. Name another center who did that? Nobody has. We're a small channel trying to grow and appreciate your support. Do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue breaking down NFL legends who changed the game forever. Also, drop a comment and let us know who you think should be called the greatest center of all time. Is it Kelce, Mike Webster, DerMonte Dawson? Let us know. All right, let's get back to Jason Kelce. In 2022, the Eagles made it back to the Super Bowl, and this time, Jason Kelce had to face his little brother, Travis Kelce, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fans called it the Kelce Bowl. Their mother, Donna, sat in the stands wearing a split jersey, half Eagles, half Chiefs. She told reporters she didn't know who to root for. She just wanted both her boys to play well and stay healthy. Growing up, Jason and Travis were inseparable. They pushed each other, competed in everything, fought like brothers do, but they also protected each other. Jason was always Travis's biggest supporter. When Travis struggled early in his career, Jason called him every week and reminded him he was good enough. Now they were on opposite sides of the biggest game in the world. Jason was 35 years old, playing in a game that might be his last shot at another ring. Travis was in his prime, chasing his second championship. The game was incredible and back and forth, high scoring, both offenses rolling. But in the end, Kansas City won 38-35. Travis Kelce celebrated on the field, confetti falling, another championship. Jason Kelce walked off the field knowing he just lost his last real chance at a second ring. The cameras caught them after the game. Jason found Travis on the field. They hugged. Jason told him congratulations, told him he was proud of him, but you could see it in Jason's eyes. The devastation, the pain of losing made worse because it was to his little brother. Jason didn't begrudge Travis the win. He loved seeing his brother succeed, but losing the Super Bowl hurts no matter who wins on the other side. That moment showed who Jason Kelce really is. Even in his most painful defeat, he put his brother first. Kelce played one more season after that, 2023, his final year. He was still dominant, still calling perfect protections, still the leader of that offensive line, but his body was telling him it was time. 13 years of getting hit on every single play. 13 years of being responsible for the entire line. He'd given everything to Philadelphia, and Philadelphia had given everything back. When he announced his retirement in March 2024, the entire city mourned. Kelce didn't retire because he couldn't play anymore. He retired because he'd accomplished everything, and he wanted to walk away on his own terms. He finished his career with 7 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pros, a Super Bowl ring, and a legacy that'll never be touched. The Eagles are widely expected to retire his number, 62. When they do, he's the 10th player in franchise history to get that honor. When he becomes eligible for the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2029, he's getting in, probably first ballot. Here's what made Kelce special beyond the accolades. It was his football IQ. Offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland called him the smartest player he'd ever coached. He said Kelce could look at a defensive front and immediately diagnose every possible problem and solution. But it wasn't just general intelligence. Stoutland said Kelce could identify the Mike linebacker, read the Sam, predict the blitz, and adjust 5 different protection schemes in under 3 seconds before the snap. That's not normal. That's genius-level football intelligence. Bill Belichick, who never compliments anyone, called Kelce one of the most intelligent centers he'd ever game-planned against. Aaron Donald said Kelce was the hardest center to play against in his entire career. Not the strongest, not the biggest, the hardest because Kelce knew what Donald was going to do before Donald did it. Teammates said working with Kelce was like having a coach on the field. He didn't just make his blocks, he made everyone else better. Quarterbacks loved playing behind him. Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, Jalen Hurts, all of them thrive because of Kelce's pre-snap mastery. And then there's the tush-push, the most unstoppable play in modern football. Jalen Hurts goes over the top, Kelce and the guards push from behind. The Eagles converted it at approximately 90% in 2022 and 2023. Teams knew it was coming and still couldn't stop it. That play doesn't work without Jason Kelce's strength, his technique, his leverage. He turned a simple quarterback sneak into a guaranteed 2 yards every time. But what really separates Kelce from every other center in history is how he changed the position. Before him, centers were big, slow, powerful guys who held the point and didn't move much. Kelce showed that centers could be athletic, fast, dominant in space. He'd pull on outside runs and destroy safeties 20 yards downfield. He'd climb to linebackers and bury them. He could pass, protect one-on-one against Aaron Donald, and win. Every modern athletic center is following the Kelce blueprint. Creed Humphrey, Tyler Linderbaum, all of them. That's what the greatest ever does. They change how the position is played forever. Kelce started 156 consecutive regular season games from 2014 to his retirement. 11 years without missing a start at center, one of the most demanding positions in football. The respect he has from his peers is unanimous. Lane Johnson, his teammate for over a decade, called Kelce the best center to ever play. Jalen Hurts said Kelce's a legend, not just in Philly, but across the entire league. These aren't casual compliments. These are guys who played with him every day saying he's the greatest ever. After football, Kelce became even more famous. The New Heights podcast with Travis became a massive hit. They signed a deal with Amazon. ESPN gave him Monday Night Countdown. But the media success doesn't overshadow what he accomplished on the field. Jason Kelce's resume speaks for itself. 6 first-team All-Pros, more than any center in NFL history. Jim Otto, Dermontti Dawson, Mike Webster, all these Hall of Fame legends are tied at 5. Kelce has 6, Super Bowl champion, 7-time Pro Bowler, 13-year career without ever being a liability. He dominated Aaron Donald, Cox, Sue, all future Hall of Famers. He came back from a torn ACL and MCL to become the best center in football. He revolutionized the position and created the blueprint every modern center follows. He's the greatest center to ever play football. That's not opinion, that's fact. When Kelce gets inducted into Canton in 2029, they'll talk about the 6 All-Pros and the Super Bowl, but what matters most is how he changed the game. Every athletic center today is trying to be Jason Kelce. He proved you don't need to be the biggest to be the greatest, just the smartest, the toughest, and the most relentless. Jason Kelce was the greatest center to ever do it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe. We cover the greatest players in NFL history every single week. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's the greatest center ever? Kelce, Webster, Dawson?